Hey, what is up, guys? This is Platinum Point, and I'm here to bring you guys yet again another Weiss Schwarz deck profile. This time I'm going to give you guys an update on my Konosuba deck with the post-Legend of Crimson update. So this deck has gone through drastic changes thanks to the new set. It allows us to kind of play with a lot of new things. So this deck still is running a similar climax setup, which is the door and the stock soul, the comeback stock soul, which is really nice. And this climax combos with the Megumin one step, which I'll discuss when we get into it. So before I do that, hope you guys are having had a nice Halloween and a nice election day break. It's kind of a break, not really. But I hope you guys had a nice time. So I decided to post this deck profile after I tested with this. I tested it as soon as it came out, and I've been kind of enjoying how this deck is functioning. I decided to go off the grain. Most builds are playing a the new Aqua finisher that I've noticed, and I'll do a deck profile on that version. But I want to focus on trying to synergize the new stuff with the old stuff and see what I can do with it. So far, it's been testing really nice. I've been going through the having a few matches on Discord, on the Bushiroad Fight Discord server, and so far it's actually tested really well. So without further ado, let's get on to the deck profile. Starting off with the characters. So I'm playing at the 0 step. I'm playing 3 copies of the Swimsuit Megumin. You should already know what Swimsuit Megumin does. So when it comes into play, while this is on the board, you cannot play backups or events. And the reason why this card is good is it's a 3/5 beat stick with the second ability, which is when it gets reversed, you may mill the top part of your deck. If it's a level 2 or higher card, you can rest this. So this allows you to maintain board presence at the 0 step. And it's a oversized, which most of the time you have to beat 3K, and this is a 3/5, so it's actually pretty nice. You don't need a 4K body or crashing into this, which is not great, or playing a climax to beat over this. So you're forcing your opponent to do a lot of things just to answer this, and the fact that it can resurrect itself is really nice. Next, I play 3 copies of the Surprise Blow Aqua. So this replaces the Covered in Snot Aqua, because the difference between the Covered in Snot Aqua and this card is the Covered in Snot Aqua relies on you hitting a level 2 in order to get an additional stock, while this one is just a on play, pay 1, on play, mill 2, and if one of those is a level 0 character, this gets to side without soul penalty, which is nice because it allows you to hit for precision damage when you need to, or play climax and twin drive and push for more damage potentially. So this is a great way of kind of pushing damage while maintaining board presence. It also has, like I mentioned, the twin drive. The second ability is a pay 1 twin drive, so it becomes a free 2 stock off of its effect. And the best part is you can potentially clean out a climax that you triggered on the last attack. So this allows you to be selective on when to trigger the twin drive check and get 2 stock out of it. So that's why I play it. And it combos well with just a slamming a climax. And then for my utility zeros in terms of hand advantage, I play 3 copies of To the Crimson Demon Village, Megumin and Union, and 3 copies of the Ambush Union. Some of you guys might be wondering why am I playing this kind of setup. So the To the Crimson Demon Village, Megumin and Union is basically a tap salvage brainstorm, and when you play a climax, you get to give a character not any climax but the door climax. So if you play this climax right here or any other door climax, you can give a character +1 soul. So this allows you to potentially pairing with this or the Megumin, do some really push for really good damage on the side swings. Not only that, it's just a good salvage brainstorm. I like salvage brainstorms. But I paired this with the Ambush Union because since the Union is a Resonate +1 with by just paying 1 and tapping this and revealing a Megumin, you can sculpt your deck and mill out mill out at the same time. I know in the popular build they're playing the 0/0 Darkness, which is a pay 1, tap self, and put the top card of the deck to clock to search an adventurer and Worry's character, which is fine. It's selective, that's great. But my problem with that is when you need to dig for pieces, you're basically paying 1 and giving your opponent 1 less damage to deal in order to advance you to the next level, rather than just paying 1, revealing, and paying 1 tap, reveal a level 3 in order to toolbox through your deck. So I prefer this over the Darkness, and I think in some builds this is actually better than Darkness because you get to not only mill up your deck but also in a sense sculpt for what you need. So once again, like, it's selective mill versus force mill. So this is actually a good later game when you don't want to mill too much, so you can keep as many climaxes in your deck for canceling. So this actually gets better over time, while this one, it's situational depending on your deck state. You want to plus off of this, or do you want to kind of balance out for canceling? I want to give myself kind of options for both milling and maintaining hand size. And I've noticed when I was play testing, I was only running 4 of the Brainstorm, and I've noticed that my hand size would get smaller and smaller because I would either whiff the Brainstorm because I was trying to get cards back into my hand in order to have a hand size for next turn, and I noticed it was just like my hand size would dwindle to like 2 or 3 cards every turn. But when I included the Ambush Union, it changed the situation for better. Now, like, I've noticed when I'm playtesting, I'm maintaining a hand size of 5 to 7 cards every turn, so I'm able to play playables in the next turn and basically sculpt for playables. So I'm constantly kind of filtering through my deck and getting what I need. Continuing on for the utility zeros, I played 2 copies of the discard salvage Megumin, and then 2 copies of the Soul Salvation Aqua. This is just a free top check, add if it's an adventurer, goddess, or axis cult, add it to your hand, discard a card, and then it's a pay 2 free fresh, and this is just a free runner. Kind of trying to go quicker. Next, I play 1 copy of the Beauty in a Yukata Darkness. So this is basically when it comes into play, mill 3 and then pay 1, discard a climax, and salvage a climax. So this is your climax swap. And then lastly, the drop search reason to turn on Megumin. And then now for the 1-step, I play 3 copies of Sentiments Towards Explosion Magic Megumin. So this is the new 1-step that pairs with this door, which is Teasing. So when this comes into play, this Megumin gains the ability on attack declaration. Before you trigger check, you pay 1, and you gain the ability to drive check twice. So this allows you to push for damage on the side swing, as well as clean out your stock for better stock compression. So it's pretty much similar to Union, where you're getting two cards in stock instead of 1. But the only difference is one of them is a 1-for-1 instead of a free blind stock 1. So, but it's great because you're filtering your stock, making sure that it's clean. And when you pair it with the Brainstorm right here, you can give one of them +1 soul and side for 2 at the 1-step. So you basically get to push damage and deny your opponent a reverse, because it also gains the ability when this card gets front attacked, you can bounce it. So this allows you to not only push for damage but also deny reverses. So you don't get the plus off of the Union, the potential +1 by adding another card from your deck, but you do get to deny your opponent the reverse, which is really nice, and play around their combos. So I'm still playing the Nice Explosion Megumin because this helps you punish non-interactive climax combos, because they have to either side this in order to continue to get the plus, or front this and sack their character, and it's really nice to do that because it allows you to win the trades. The only time this is really bad is against either bottom deck level 1 reversers or the clock bomb reversers. So that's the only one you have to worry about. And usually I won't play these against like decks like Fate Stay Night that play the clock reversers, because that answers this card really easily. But in most cases, this allows you to answer most non-interactive level 1s, which is nice. And then I play 2 copies of Sacred Create Water Aqua. I basically use it. It's basically the On Death Rize. I use it to thin my deck and filter my hand for excess dead cards out of the excess dead cards, and dig deeper for what I need. And it's a really good filter. It's a really good plusing level 1. For the 2-step, I'm playing 1 copy of the Menacing Pose Aqua. So this is a level 3 assist that gives any level 3 character in front of this plus 2k, and it has the act ability. You may tap this, give 1 character the ability on reverse bottom deck. So this allows you to answer level 3s or pesky walls really nice, especially standby, because you basically give the 3/2 early play Aqua on reverse bottom deck, and and during your turn it's a 13k body, so it will answer most standby cards, and it will push it to the bottom of the deck, so it denies them the chance to recur it through by slamming another standby. And it also kind of gives you free cards to put for damage, which is really nice. And then lastly, for the level 2s, 3 copies of Seizure of Private Property. Kind of standard in Konosuba. And then now for the 3-step, I play 1 copy of the 3/2 Aqua from set 1. Nowadays, you have multiple ways of digging this out. So you have the way you can dig it out by the Sacred Create Water Aqua. You can dig it out from triggering a door if it's in the waiting room. You have a way of getting it from Union, the Ambush Union. You can get it from the Salvage Brainstorm, and you can even get it from the Drop Search. So there's so many ways to get it that you can actually cut this down to 1, because you have many ways to get this Fumio, and you basically just run it as a 1-of Fumio. I still play 2 copies of Powered Up Explosion Megumin because it's a free way of playing more level 3s on board, and this is basically your secondary finisher. I'm playing 2 copies of Greatest Mage Union. So this is the new early play that we got. So her early play condition is if you have 2 or less climaxes, you can play this from hand with minus level, and if you have, I think, 2 or more adventure characters, it gains plus 1500 and the ability Hand Encore. So this is pretty much the Shizu, Memories from Japan Shizu, which is an early play healer as well. And it's also got the Hand Encore. So this is pretty much a strong combo with the 2/1 Aqua, because she becomes a 12/5. In most cases, most standby and early plays can't answer her, so like they'll be forced to attack other lanes instead of her. And if this survives, or if it doesn't get answered by aka Stock Bomb or Bottom Deck Bomb, you basically would just encore it back, tap it, give this on reverse bottom deck, and just answer the early play to put it back into their bottom of the deck. So your early plays become anti-early plays in a sense with this pairing. And then we play 3 copies of Mesmerizing Water Goddess Aqua. Since we have new another early play heal, I decided to cut this down to 3 in order to fit room for this. And now I have 5 healers instead of 4, which is really nice. But this one's a stock heal, and it's a better early play, which is four more other adventure goddess characters, which is really nice. And then lastly, 4 copies of the Unga Bunga Megumin, which is the best finisher in my opinion, because even the new finisher can't match kind of the quality of instances of burns and clock kicks for its price, because in order to get the new one off, you have to pay 3, tap 2, and you get to clock kick 2 and burn 3, I think twice. Shorts, it looks nice on paper, but the climax that it pairs with is a door, so you're not going to always guarantee the 3 after you pay out your stock just to play out, like just play your board out. And if you don't have that stock, it's actually pretty much useless. So you're kind of banking on like saving your stock in order to get that finisher off. And while this card it's more efficient since it's a stock soul climax, and the fact that it's an on play top 3 check, so you get to dig for your climax. While the Megumin that has that climax combo is an on play discard heal to stock, so like it's not efficient as compared to the 3/2 Megumin in my opinion. So that's one of the reasons why I'm still playing this. And another reason why is I invested really good dinero on it, and I want to play this finisher. So I hope you guys like this deck profile. I will be showcasing my other variants of Konosuba. There's actually about 5 popular variants, but there's a ton more that you can do with the set, and I'm gonna be messing around with some other variants. So I hope you guys like this deck profile. Don't forget to rate, comment, and subscribe. Balls, crack that like button. Don't forget to check out my Alicization video. I would like it to kind of get some more views. If you guys haven't watched it, I'll put the link in the description below and in the end cards. So once again, this is Platinum Point. Peace out, and don't forget to stay on point, guys.